The Meta Quest 2, the VR headset that brought millions of people to VR and also increased the size of the VR community. And due to the size and price of this headset, it is probably one of the most sold and sought after headsets on the market. But we're not here to talk about the Quest 2, we're here to talk about its successor, the Meta Quest 3. So before we get into the actual gameplay and stuff, I like to talk about the comfort of the Quest 3. First thing I would like to talk about is the face cushion. The face cushion does not have the silicone face it had on Quest 2. It's just like this regular old cushion, which honestly, it is so comfortable. The Quest 3's head strap is kind of comfortable. It's not the best, but it's definitely good enough to hold you until you upgrade the head strap. Now, talking about the weight, though the headset is smaller, it's around the same weight as the Quest 2's. Now, for the Quest 3's controllers, they are insanely comfortable. Personally, I feel like they're more comfortable than the Quest 2's controllers. But for VR shooters, this is very good because that means you can get your controller much closer to your face, which means the scope in game is closer to your eyes, so you can have better aim and shoot better, which is very, very good. The direction of this video is going to be more so aimed at the graphical increase of the Quest 3 versus the Quest 2. So I already have played a majority of the most popular games, and I gotta say, beautiful. A lot of these games are way sharper, and you have more FPS to play around with, which is fantastic. But enough wasting y'all's time, let's get straight into gameplay. So the first game that I'm going to be testing is Ghost of Tabor. So to really test out the Quest 3, I hopped on with two of my friends. And we're testing out the FPS difference and see just how much more of a wider view I get and stuff like that.
Alright boys, let's move out and stay hard. Let's go.
Don't ever say that again.
And honestly, it was pretty nice. I was able to run the game without any glitchiness, which is fantastic. Personally, I feel like I was able to see further, but that could just be my mind playing with me. But I was able to see wider. Like whenever you put on the helmet, you're able to see the side of the helmet, which is kind of weird, but it's really cool. I'm able to see more to the side, unless again, that's just my mind playing with me. Other than that, things look really crispy. The guns look so clean. They look and feel way nicer due to the Quest 3 controllers. I don't know, I just love it. It feels so nice. And please comment down below what games you guys would like me to test and see how it runs on the Quest 3. And if you have a laptop or computer on hand, you're actually able to increase your graphics and have up to 4K. I did test this out, and majority of the time it does run super smooth unless you're towards big building. But even then, it's very little lag. So it's pretty cool. I was blown away. So I did test out the scopes because I think that's what everyone was really wanting to know about, is how good the scopes are. And the scopes are so clean. Unfortunately, sniper scopes and stuff, though you can see far, unless it's in a really bright area, you can't really see through it because of the baked lighting and stuff in the scope, which kind of sucks. But other than that, most of the scopes are beautiful. Quest 3 actually has 360 sound, which is perfect for Ghost of Tabor because you're able to hear all around you. I was actually able to hear some people from the other side of the wall I was next to when I was in Missile Silo. They couldn't hear me, but I was able to hear them perfectly, which sort of gave me a bit of an advantage. And yeah, I still died because I suck at the game. Next game. Into the Radius, which this game actually surprised me. And all the lighting issues they have on Quest 2 have been fixed on Quest 3. I mean, just the clarity of the game and how sharpened everything is, the lighting, shadows, everything in this game is just way better. You can see further. It's just way nicer to play. Something else I would like to add is the audio for the Quest 3 is way better. I mean, the volume can go way higher, and I just feel like the sound quality is just way better on Quest 3 than it is on Quest 2. Now for the next game, which is a game that I'm pretty sure you've all seen and heard of before. It is officially probably one of the most realistic games that I've ever played, and that's also including flat screen. So I wanted to see how the graphics played on my favorite level in Red Matter, and holy crap. Look at the puddles, look at the rocks, the dirt, everything. The way it looks is so freaking awesome. My favorite part is actually inside of the cave. When you look, it legitimately looks like you're looking at real life rocks. It looks like actual rock. And not even that, the shadows, and whenever you play around with the flashlight and stuff like I did, it is so freaking cool because they're live shadows. I don't even know how to explain. This game did it for me. It was awesome. I really hope they do implement these kind of graphics in other games. I feel like that would be a selling point. And best part, I was able to run this game at 60 FPS, which is phenomenal. If you do decide to get yourself a Quest 3, I definitely 100% recommend this game. Even if you don't have Quest 3 and you have Quest 2, it still looks good on Quest 2. If you guys would like to purchase this game, I do have a referral link in the description below, so feel free to go check that out. So the next game is probably the most requested game for me to test on Quest 3. The one and only Blade and Sorcery. And if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I wasn't expecting a whole too much from this game. I just expected it to just be a bit sharper, that's it. I forgot that most games on Quest 3 are able to run at 60 FPS. And this was a very noticeable change. The frames were almost identical to PC VR. I mean, the game was running so smooth, and yes, it was much sharper, so everything just looked so much better. But of course, Blade and Sorcery being Blade of Sorcery, it does have some, minor problems. I still don't know how this is possible. Anyways, this game is running very smooth and I just really love it. Some of the weapons do look much better, but that's also because when you're playing on Quest 2, they put a little bit of fog to stop lag and stuff like that. Because too much detail can cause Quest 2 to lag a little bit, and you don't want that. And please make sure you guys comment down below what you guys think of these games. I would love to hear y'all's opinions. Now on to the next game, Bonelab, which is actually my favorite VR game on Quest 2. Which, playing it on Quest 3 is even better because, once again, it runs at 60 FPS. I mean, this game is running smoother than my brain at this point. And I personally think the FPS on Bonelab is probably the most noticeable out of all the other games I've tested. Plus, the game is a lot more sharper, so you can actually see more smudge marks and like cool little details on the guns that you couldn't notice before on Quest 2 because Quest 2 sucks. And do note, not all these games actually have Quest 3 support yet, so we don't have that graphical enhance, but hopefully it does come out soon. Now for the last game on my list, Gorillatag. Gorillatag runs a lot better on the Quest 3 and it's a bit sharper. Plus it takes away the fogginess it had on Quest 2. And Gorillatag basically looks like how it looked like before. There's no big differences at all. And I'm not sure if the developer of this game would actually add Quest 3 support, but hopefully they do. And yes, I've tested it. You're actually able to run Gorillatag in 4K around 60 FPS and it runs super smooth. So all you Gorillatag YouTubers, this is perfect for you. And all you Gorillatag players, please comment down below and let us know if you think this enhance is better or not. Now, the answer you've all been waiting for, is the Quest 3 worth the upgrade? So I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion. If you're a content creator or like a heavy VR player, then this is definitely worth the upgrade. But if you don't play VR that much or don't have the time, then don't upgrade. It's a waste of money. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do me a favor, like, subscribe, do whatever you feel is necessary. And like always, God bless, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Also, please join my Discord.